Good morning. This is Ray W2RE here in the RHR bunker in New York. And we're going to get on the air and play a little DX here this morning with my cup of coffee. MorningDX with Ray W2RE. We're going to check out propagation, see how it looks this morning. There's a contest this weekend called the RTTY contest. So this would be a good indication what the propagation will look this weekend. We did have that solar storm yesterday, so we'll find out what the propagation is going to look like here this morning. So I'm physically sitting in New York, and the transmitter, of course, is on the coast of Maine. Good morning, Karsten, Kevin, Murdoch, Delta Fox 6 Kilo Alpha. Thanks for checking in here. I'm going to turn up the volume and see what the propagation looks like. I'm looking at the 20-meter band scope here on the Flex 6600. And looks like I can easily find a hole here. Looks like there isn't much activity at the moment, and it's coming up on 7 a.m. here on the east coast of the United States. Good morning, Didier. Good morning, Richard Wright. Kilo Italy 4 Papa. Good to see you in here. Darren Tompkins out of Brighton, England. And we got Rob, N9TO. Good to see you in here, Rob. Appreciate it. All right, let's turn up the volume. I've seen on the band scope that there's been no activity on this frequency. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use, please?
Yes, the frequency is in use, my friend. Range station to yourself.
Okay, I haven't heard any activity on here for the last 10 minutes. I'll find another frequency, thanks.
Yeah, no problem, my friend.
Guys, holding the frequency. Is this frequency in use? 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 Okay, I haven't heard anybody. Hello, CQ, CQ20, CQ20, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, QRZ 20 meters.
Delta Foxtrot 6. Mike 0, Kilo, Mike Delta.
Okay, that Delta Fox 6, is that Kilo Alpha, is that correct?
Yes, Ray, thank you. Thank you for calling me. Delta Foxtrot 6 Kilo Echo. You're 529 in the northwest of Germany. Back to you.
Okay, very good, Karsten. Good to see you. Kilo Fox 6, Kilo Alpha. A lot of QSB. The band is just opening up here stateside. You're 5 and 7, 57 with QSB. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Ray. I try you a lot of times. I'm always watching you at Facebook at the live stream.
Fantastic.
It's good that now we can speak together, Ray. Good signal, very strong, no problem for copy in the northwest of Germany. I wish you all the best, keep strong and keep healthy. 73, bye-bye.
Okay, fantastic. Great to get you in the log here, Karsten, and thanks for watching. Just tell me a little bit about your antenna system and the equipment you're running. Go ahead.
Okay, I have an Yaesu FT1200, an PR781 microphone, and a Killerman inverted V depot, and only 100 watts here in Germany.
Okay, it's working really, really well for you. Fantastic. I'm running a little bit more hardware. I'm running 5/5/5 monobanders and 1 kilowatt sitting on the Atlantic Ocean. Well, thanks for calling in, Karsten. You have yourself a great day. 73, take care.
73, Ray, thank you. Bye-bye.
73, thanks for calling in.
Papa Delta 9, Romeo Bravo.
Juliet Echo Sierra.
Whiskey 6 Hotel, November.
Papa Delta 9, Romeo Bravo.
Uniform.
Uniform Tango Bravo.
Okay, the Papa Delta, go ahead.
Papa Delta 9, Romeo Bravo, stroke QRP, roger.
Papa Delta 9, Radio Bravo, stroke QRP. You're very strong. You're 5859. QSL?
Ja, QSL, hè, QSL. Name on this side is Luke, Lima, Uniform Kilo. And the output power at the moment is 7 watt, roger.
Okay, very good, Luke, with 7 watts. Incredible. Yes, very good. You're very strong. You're 59 plus on the peaks. 5.7 with QSB, 5.9 plus on the peaks. I'm running 5 over 5 over 5 monobanders, running 1 kilowatt. Go ahead. No problem, Carsten.
Wow. That's a lot, eh? 5 kilowatts and that's so much antenna. That's incredible. What is your call? I missed your call, Hutch.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. My call is Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. I'm located in the state of Maine. QSL?
Yeah, QSL, eh? Oh, that's nice. It's really nice. Because I heard you with somebody else, and I thought, that cannot be a station from the US. But well, I'm surprised because you're really strong. You're 9 plus 10, 9 plus 15 dBs almost here in the Netherlands. My antenna is only 3 elements, Yankee, 3-bender Yankee in your direction, and the transceiver is a small homemade SDR transceiver, Roger.
Yeah, well, it's working really well for you with your 7 watts. 7 watts is working amazing out of the Netherlands, Luke. All right, thanks for calling in. Appreciate it. 73, take care from the state of Maine. QSL?
Yeah, QSL, eh? Whiskey 2 Romeo Echo,
Morning,
Papa
Mark.
Delta 9 Romeo Bravo,
Mike
QRP.
Alpha Oscar.
Thanks for the
Darren
QSL, bye-bye.
Gibson, good to see you. Okay, 73, take care. Darren, Mike Whiskey 6, Hotel November, give it a shot. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mike Whiskey 6, Hotel November, you have a name. You're 10 over 9 here, booming and over there.
Okay, Mike Whiskey 6, Hotel November, very good. Darren, you're 5 and 7, 57. QSL?
Yeah, QSL, thanks for the 5 and 7. Only running 10 watts here with a half-wave end-fed wire antenna and the ICOM 7600. I just put up the Facebook off work today, so I heard you come up on the Facebook there, so I thought I'd give you a call to see if I was making a trip there. You're 10 over 9 here, you're doing a fantastic job, over.
Yeah, okay, very good. Thanks for the 10 over 9 there, Darren. You're peaking 5.7 to 5.9, little QSB, but I hear you perfectly fine with your end-fed wire. QSL?
Yeah, roger that. Thanks for that. Yeah, good conditions then. We've got a good path between us there. I'm very surprised there. I've watched you before from the mobile. I've never watched you from the home base station here in Tenby, South Wales. Yeah. I'll let you continue, Ray. I appreciate working you anyway on 20 metres today. We'll log you on the QRZ.com and enjoy your pile-up. You always have a good pile-up going there, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, just having fun here. We get on here during the winter time and fall time and play a little radio. So good to get on the air from this remote station on the coast of Maine. 73 and take care, my friend. Good to get you in the log. Mike Whiskey 6, Hotel November, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Whiskey 2 Radio Echo,
India 5, Hotel India Bravo.
3, Victor,
Actuator 3,
Okay,
Alpha.
thanks. 73, Darren. The Radio November 3, I think it's Queen Victor. Go ahead.
Yes, okay, Ray, thank you. This is Radio November 3, Quebec, Victor, Charlie. QVC, Quebec, Victor,
You
Charlie.
got a Russia.
59, 5x9, and the QSB, New Moscow, name Slava. This is Radio November 3, Quebec, Victor, Charlie, over.
Okay, I think he said Svala. Very good. Radio November 3, Queen Victor Charlie. Very good. You're 5'9" in the state of Maine. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee, running 5 over 5 over 5, 1 kilowatt. QSL?
QSL, Ray, yes, okay, Roger. Radio November 3, Quebec, Victor, Charlie, QVC, Queen Victoria, Canada. Yes, okay, Ray.
Thank you. My working condition, transceiver Kenwood Sierra 440, ground plane, my antenna system 40 and 20 meters band, and 1 kilowatt at the moment my power. Very nice day today, the temperature at the moment 20 degrees above zero. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, Radio November 3, Quebec, Victor Charlie, over.
Okay, Radio November 3, Queen of Victor Charlie. Very good. Thank you very much for calling in. Beautiful copy out of Moscow. 73, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
X-Wind 5, Hotel India Bravo.
Mike India 0, Yankee Bravo Hotel.
Mike India 0, Yankee Bravo Hotel, booming 59 plus. Go ahead.
Okay, Ray, thank you very much indeed for the 59 plus. Yeah, you're pretty similar signal here, 59 plus 20 dB. Hope all's well on your side. The name's James, Juliet Alpha, Mike Echo Sierra. Approximately 100 miles north of Dublin City. QSL?
Okay, very good, James. Very good, near Dublin City. North of Dublin City there in Northern Ireland. Very good. You're 59 plus. I'm located in Jonesport, Maine. Jonesport, Maine. It's on the northeast corner of the state of Maine. I'm operating remote. I'm physically in New York, and the transmitter's in Maine. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, super signal, Ray. I've been watching a few of your videos there.
It's like an opti
from
beam.
time to time. So just wanted to wave a hand and keep up the good work. And thank you very much for all you're doing for the M7s and the MI6s and so on. I'm sure they really appreciate it. Not too often we get it here in amateur radio. We need more of it for sure. Okay, Ray, we'll take this opportunity to wish you a very good weekend. Enjoy the DX, and it's been a pleasure. Have a good one. Take care. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo, Mike India 0, Yankee Bravo Hotel. Thanks for the short one, Ray. 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, very good. Just looking at your QRZ pictures on QRZ, and I see. Is that an opti beam? It looks like an opti beam. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's an opti beam, Ray. 12 element 6 band opti beam. Had it up for about approximately 3 years now. Seems to work very well. It only has 2 elements here in 20, unfortunately, but we do have a 5 element here from opti beam. We had hoped to get it up this summer, but things didn't work out. We're just too busy with work and so on. So we do have the 5 element monobonder from opti beam here. We have the mast here and the process style rotator and so on. So in the fullness of time, we hope to get that up. Just a quick question just before you go, Ray. With regard to what's your thoughts on weight on these rotators? A bit of a grey area. A lot of ones would try and take up some of the vertical load with the thrust bearing, but I suppose a thrust bearer is not designed to actually do that. So I want to just quickly, Ray, what your thoughts are on putting the load of the antenna on those rotators. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. You're talking about putting the rotator outside the tower without a thrust bearing. Is that your question?
No, we'll mount it conventionally in a rotator cage. But do you reckon is it the norm that the entire weight of the antenna and so on sits in the body of the rotator, or am I missing a trick here, Ray? Go ahead.
No. You can have the weight on the rotator. For a matter of fact, the one that I use, if I'm using medium-sized antennas like you have, 5 element monobander there, or the opti beam. I particularly like the Yaesu 2800 rotator, and you can put the weight right on the rotor itself, straight down, and that works really well for me. When I go with really big antennas, I either rotate the tower, use prop pitch motors, or something like that. But you could put the weight of the mast right on the rotator. That is not a problem. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, Ray. Yeah, I just wondered what your thoughts were on it. That's the way we do have the opti beam here, the 12.6. It's approximately 65 kilos, and then we do have additional equipment on top of that. So as I'm sure it's getting on for possibly 90 kilos, but the 5 element monobonder is significantly heavier than that. So we won't have anything else on that mast, only the monobonder. So it should be okay. We went for the process style rotator this time. So it should be okay. A bit of a grey area, this one. A lot of ones would say no, try and take up some of the weight with the thrust bearing and so on. But we think we'll go the conventional way. We'll see how it pans out. We've got a bit of time on our hands, so we'll do a bit more head scratching, Ray. Okay, thank you very much for your input. I do appreciate it. Enjoy the DX. Thanks for coming back to the call. Super signal as always, Ray. W2RE MI0YBH. Have a good one. 7-3.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, I'm glad I can help you out on the road. I've used Procistals and what I've noticed with the Procistals is they absorb water. I don't know if they've solved the problem with the new ones, but back in the day when I was installing the Procistals, somehow water would get inside the rotator and just destroy all the components. And I don't know what the actual problem was with that rotor back in the day. They may have improved it. I have no idea. But I gave up on that rotator a long time ago. But on the Yaesu rotators, what there is there on the actual plates, on the plates that attach to the mast, there's little teeth on the bottom. And what you do is you sandwich in the clamps with the teeth on the bottom, and that's where the mast sits on. It's probably about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch from sitting right on top of the rotator. And it's the weight is on the rotator itself because these mast clamps are right to the bottom of the right to the plate. But there is a little bit of room because you don't want water building up in that mast as well. So there has to be a little bit of clearance on the bottom so the water can get out, unless you cap the top of the mast, and most people don't do that. So that's my advice. I go all the way down to the teeth. I forget how the Procystal works. I don't know if their brackets or their plates have teeth on the bottom. I think they do. And you will always have at least 1/4 inch of clearance there for the water to drain out. So and the M squares have these little insert that go over a bolt. Unless if you haven't done one, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But everyone has a little clearance at the bottom, and I always use, if I'm doing big antennas, I always do 2 thrust bearings, one at the top of the tower and one inside the tower. So that's how I typically do it. I'll let you wrap it up. Mike India 0, Yankee Bravo Hotel, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Okay, right, yeah, all copied, no problem at all. Signal holding up really well there. You did drop back till about a 5 and 8 at one point, but yeah, all copied, no problem. It's always nice to get someone else's bit of input into it. But we'll take our time and we'll try and get it as best we can. We are running the G2800 DXC here currently with the OptiBeam. The first one, strangely enough, I did have some issues with it after about 5 months or 6 months. The rotator seemed to work actually fine, but the potentiometer in the control box here seemed to be a bit wayward, in as much as I could turn it 280 degrees to North America, but the indicator was telling me something else, and then it would erratically jump back and forward and so on. So had that issue for quite a while. Started back to Yaesu, and they said that they checked it out and addressed it, couldn't see anything wrong. Got it all back, set it all up again, and sure enough, same thing again. So they were good enough to set me out a brand new rotator, and since then no issues with. So who knows? A bit of a weird one. The potentiometer issue, I reckon. Okay, Ray, won't hold it. Let you crack on. Thank you again for your input, and we'll get a chat further down the log. Enjoy the DX. Have a good weekend. Take care. MI0YBH standing 7-3.
Yeah. Okay. Very good, Simi. Very good. Well, I have, I don't know, 20, maybe 25 Yaesu 2800s out in the field. So usually when I see that, when I see that the rotator is off from the controller, and I use the green Heron controllers because they save the rotators. The green Heron controllers that they're here in the U.S., actually here in the state of New York, and Jeff W2FU is a friend of mine. His controllers are beautiful because they ramp up and ramp down, so they save the life of the rotator. And when I see that it's getting off, it's usually, to me, it's usually a broken wire on the control line, or the control cable is getting a little old and the voltage isn't making it to the rotator. That's where I've never seen one of those indicators getting off on any of my rotators. It's typically a control wire problem. All right, 73, see me. Take care. Mike India 0, Yankee Bravo Hotel, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, 73. Bye-bye.
Golf 4, Oscar Baker, Ray OE6 MBG.
Good morning, Des. Good morning, Des. Great to hear you. Hope everything's well with the family across the pond. Golf 4, Oscar Baker, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Oh, very good. I was beaming in the wrong direction. Just gotten the beam around to you. Yeah, good morning to you. You're 5 and 9 plus coming in here, Ray. We have very peculiar weather. It's got very windy. It's coming in from the north, peaking up at around 45 miles an hour on the peak, so it's pretty windy. It's also cooler. It's only about 11 degrees, 52 Fahrenheit here. Much cooler. It was about 70 degrees yesterday. So it's very windy, and that's going to persist until mid-evening tonight, so not pleasant weather at all. How are you, Ray? W2RE G4OBB, guys.
Yeah, very good, Das. Well, good to get you in the log here. I'm wondering if that those winds you're getting was from the remnants of the hurricane that hit the Canadian coast in the state of Maine here a few days ago, and that thing was spinning up to the northeast. So maybe that's remnants of that storm. It's possible. I doubt it though. Everything's good, Des. I was down in Long Island on Tuesday and Wednesday. I replaced the cables on a U.S. tower, crank-up tower, a 70-foot tower, and it has six cables on it. And the cables haven't been replaced in 10 years, so there was no room to fold the tower over and do it safely. So I had to replace these cables with the tower upright. So we were doing the old come-along trick in a bunch of rebar bars and just trying to string these cables with very little room with the tower cranked all the way down. So I did that Tuesday and Wednesday. Yesterday, propagation at this time, yesterday morning was terrible, so I never got on the air. So yeah, that's the story on this end, Des. I was planning on making a trip to Maine, but my daughter has a housewarming party tomorrow. She bought a house, and they're having a party tomorrow. So I think Monday or Tuesday morning, I'm heading up to Maine, going to start doing some antenna work and getting everything ready for CQ Worldwide contest. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's the RTTY section. Is that right?
Yeah, the RTTY is this weekend. But I'm going to be doing the CQ Worldwide phone contest at the end of October. So I want to get up there. I think it's this weekend, the RTTY contest. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's next weekend. I can't. I can't keep track. Go ahead.
No, it's this weekend. It starts at midnight tonight. You know, it's all weekend. Yeah, RTTY. So I put some macros into my rig here, and I'll probably give away some points in the RTTY over the course of the weekend. I quite like RTTY. It's good fun. You can't take it too seriously, but it's good fun. And the only time that we see any real activity is when there's a contest. So, I can do RTTY directly from this IC7610. So it's very simple. I just punch a number on the keypad and everything works. So it's pretty good fun. Yeah, well, okay, on the replacing the cables on the tower, that's a kind of tough job, but it just retracted, isn't it? And yeah, well, I'm glad you got that squared away. I don't have any cables. Mine is a pneumatic mast, and it just stays up there. You use air to pump it up, so you just lock off the sections and it just stays there. So that's the way I do business this end. But yeah, the band is fairly quiet. You're the biggest signal on the band, but there's not much coming through. I worked a station in Siberia about half an hour ago, and at that stage I really wasn't hearing too much else, but I'm glad I heard you because it's always nice to put the US in the logbook there, Ray. Listen, have a great day, all the best, and we'll see you next time for sure. W2RE G4OBB. So long, Ray.
Yeah, okay, very good, Des. Yeah, you're the loudest I've heard you since I've been back on the air here. We've worked a couple times, and you're peaking 15 to 20 over, so very big signal out of you this morning. You came right over top of the pile-up. I had a lot of people calling, so we even had Dave Jackson in there, Golf Zero, Golf Queen Pacific. He's complaining that he can't be heard because he's got no amplifier. So, all right, Des. Well, stay safe there with the wind today. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch up with you later and have fun in the Riddy contest. Golf 4, Oscar Baker, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, 7-3. Good morning, Rob.
Yeah, 7-3, Ray. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, 73. I think I heard Mike in there. Oscar Echo 6, go ahead.
Golf 0, Victor Alpha Romeo.
Okay, Golf 0, Golf Queen Pacific. How you doing, Dave?
Yeah, good morning, Ray. First of all, can you hear me? There's a lot of big stations out there this morning, Ray. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're peaking S8 to S9, so no problem. I hear you perfectly fine. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Ray. Well, you're 20 dB over 9. Good conditions today, or certainly a lot better than was it yesterday. I had a look on here, and there was an awful lot of noise as well, but today it seems pretty good. You're back up where you normally be. I've been looking at the price of amplifiers, Ray, all these big guys over here in Europe. Every one I hear, apart from obviously the foundation licensees and what have you, they're running big amps. They really are. And I'm sitting here with my little bits of wire and bits of string and baked bean cans, struggling away. And I was having a look, in fact, earlier this morning, I was up in the night. Wow. Couldn't believe the price of them. I think I'll have to leave it. I don't think Jackie would go for it, Ray. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, they're expensive. I'm also in the market for amplifiers as well. You know, they're in your situation, Dave. The best amplifier I could tell you to buy is probably the Elecraft Cat 500, the KPA 500, because you can only run 400 watts in the UK. So the Elecraft KPA 500 would be the perfect amplifier for you. Those things last forever, and it's solid state. And I see them used here in the market here in the U.S. for about $2,000. So you're looking at $4 a watt. But that amplifier lasts you a long time. Then if you want to go to the tube amplifiers, well, there's probably a lot of used stuff out there you can find a lot cheaper. Go ahead.
Yeah, from G0GQP. You know, there's a hell of a selection, and the second-arm market for, I don't know, the last couple of 3 months has been very quiet on a lot of stuff. People are obviously hanging on to what they've got, and with this coronavirus lockdowns and God knows what, it's changed the market immensely. But I thought, I'll start having a look and see. I did have an amplifier for a short while, Ray, about 3 years ago. And it worked fine, but I only used it about 10 times. I thought, I've done 30 years without one, I'll get rid of it. But there are times when I wish I hadn't, so I thought, nah, you know what you do, you start looking around. But I couldn't believe the prices. Wow, it was frightening. I thought I could buy another couple of rigs for that, but they are. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't do so bad. You know, my tongue's firmly in my cheek half the time. I know you can hear me if, given the right occasion, there's... you know, you're a popular station, Ray, you know that. And once you pop up on Facebook, you got the whole of Europe shouting and hollering, and it can be difficult. And I wonder if you're still doing what you were doing a couple of months back, when you used to have the spell for the foundation licensees and what have you. That used to give them a real buzz, and it was great to sit here listening to what was going on. And you know, and a lot of them, if I remember right, there was a lot of them. It was their first trip across the pond, wasn't it? So I wonder if you're still doing that. Hope the family's all right. I did see you briefly. Was it yesterday? I don't know. Every day Saturday in the last 3 days here. I keep thinking it's Saturday, but I saw the pictures of you with Ellie in the shack. Looked great, mate. It looked absolutely great, and I could see the smile not only on your face but in your eyes, Ray. W2RE G0GQP, over.
Yeah, very good, Dave. Good to hear you. and very good on the amplifiers. Yeah, the price of amplifiers are very expensive. They're far more expensive than the radio itself. For a matter of fact, you just reminded me, I got to wire money to a company in Serbia. I got to wire money to a company in Serbia because we bought a 2-meter solid-state amplifier, and they don't take credit cards. So thanks for reminding me. I almost totally forgot about that. We're building a 2-meter EMA array up in the Catskill Mountains, and we're going to be running 1,500 watts on 2 meters. And Lee W2RE ordered the amplifier and sent me the receipt with all the information to wire them the money. So I got to take care of that. I would have totally forgot that if we weren't talking about amplifiers. Yes, the cost of amplifiers are very, very expensive. There's no doubt about it. For a matter of fact, Dave, the biggest pain point for us, having all these stations here in the Northeast to remote, the biggest pain point still today, 10 years later, is the amplifiers. There is nothing in the amateur market that is reliable. They all fail. They all fail at one point or another. But the KPA 500, the 500-watt amplifier from Ellicraft, we can beat on those amplifiers all day long, and they never fail. But they're only 500 watts, and here in the U.S. you can run 1,500 watts. So that's my thing. If you can get your hands on one of those and you like a solid-state amplifier, that's certainly the way to go. They do perform very well, and they're very, very reliable. Their 1,500 isn't reliable as the 500 because they had some issues on 160 in the beginning. They may have straightened that out. They get that straightened out. The KPA 1,500 would be very reliable as well. They all fail. They all fail at one point or another. They can't take the beating like the tube amps can over time. Maybe someday they'll get it just right, but on the amateur market, there is not an amplifier today that I can truly say that could withhold. If somebody wants to send me a solid-state amplifier that they have and they want us to beat on it and it survives, we'll be more than happy. We'll replace every amplifier we have out there. So, and very good on Ella. Yep, Ella. We're going to see Ella tomorrow. My daughter has her housewarming party. The house that she bought there in Poughkeepsie, we're going to be there tomorrow, so you'll probably see a picture or two with me with Ella. And what was the other question? I totally forgot. That's my mind. I just can't remember stuff anymore. I know you asked me something else, and I forget what it was, Dave. What was the last question you asked me? Go ahead.
From G0GQP, I've forgotten as well, Ray. Oh dear, what a pair we are, Ray. It couldn't have been important anyway. Yeah, well, I've made a note of the KPA 500. I'm familiar with that. I don't intend running more than the legal limit, Ray. I know, I shouldn't say this, but I know there's a lot of guys do. And I saw one advertised yesterday on one of our local UK sites, the UK station, a 2 kilowatt amp he was selling. Why the hell he wanted a 2 kilowatt amp, I don't know. I'm sure there's a very good reason. It saves him knocking out the finals on his rig, I suppose. But I'll be more than happy. When I had the other one, I never run it above 400, usually just underneath. I didn't get into allowing for feeder losses and all that. That was ample for me. And without going into how many S points you gain with the increase in power and all that rubbish. Okay, on the EME station, that sounds interesting. I've never been into that side of things, VHF, UHF at all. I haven't got the space if I wanted to, really. It'd fill the garden up, and I don't think Jackie would be too pleased with me taking over a garden. Well, I know she wouldn't. There'd be no doubt about that. So I've never got into that, but I did know a guy once, he's silent key now, and he had a setup in his back garden. And I had a chat with him one day, before I was licensed, that was a long, long time ago, and I found it quite interesting, what he was doing and various other things, bouncing signals off of aircraft and all sorts. It was very interesting, Ray. I'm glad I reminded you about sending their money to Serbia. That's a good job I came on then, isn't it? And I hope you have a great fun at the housewarming party. That sounds good. Take plenty of photographs. We'd all like to see someone, not just you and Ella, but the whole family, you know, Bobby, Kelly, and Ray Jr., and Laurie, of course, and anyone else, you know. Put loads on. I'll only be too pleased to look for them. Oh, and a bit of news from this side. I don't suppose you'll be... It's nothing to do with radio. Jackie has an allotment. I don't know if you know what allotment is. It's a second garden, Ray, where you grow groceries. It's only over the road from where we live. She's had it for about 7 years now. And she received an envelope through the door yesterday. She's won joint first prize for the best allotment for 2020, so she had a big smile on her face. And she's put a lot of hard work into it, so, you know, we're all pleased for her. And she came home about 20 minutes ago with a load of stuff. We got sweet corn and, I don't know, loads of stuff in her barra. Half of it I'll never eat, but they are. But, yeah, I'll have a look round on the ants anyway. I can afford one. I just don't want to spend that sort of money, you know, when I think what else I could do with it and how much benefit I'm going to get from the amp compared to what other things I could be doing with it, Ray, but we'll see anyway. Okay, I'll let you get on because I'm sure that half of the UK at least are sitting there all shouting at their computer screens or their iPad screens, wish he'd shut up because we want to talk to Ray. Well, I like to talk to Ray as well. We go back a long while, so it's nice to catch up with him now and again. And thanks for the information advice on the KPA 500, Ray. I appreciate that. I've made a note, and maybe I'll look into it. I'll see. I've got to be in the right frame of mind to stick the credit card number in. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Golf 0, Golf Quebec Papa. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, okay, very good, Dave. Yep, it's a dilemma, right? You want to have some toys, but you don't want to spend the money. I go through that every day, you know. Sometimes I wonder, should I eat today or should I buy a radio? Only joking, but yeah, no, it's a tough decision, you know. We go through this every day, you know. What's the best piece of gear we can buy for the money that's going to be reliable, and what's going to give us the best return? You know, these are always things that we're thinking about, you know. And I think the best decision we've made recently is going to these Flex radios. They're really great. They're fantastic to remote. And I love the way you sound on it. I mean, I used to listen to you on the other radio, and you don't sound like you do now on this radio. This radio, you sound natural. I know your voice. You sound beautiful. And congratulations to Jackie on the growing the tomatoes, the potatoes, the sweet corn, and all that. That's great. Yeah, we have those things over here as well. People that live like in the city, they go up to the suburbs and they have their little allotment where they have their little land there that they grow their stuff and they rent it. Here, I have plenty of land, and I've never grown one single plant other than, you know, landscaping around the house. I've never grown anything. I think if I put it there, first of all, I'd have to fence it in because the deer up here would eat it. And I've never had any interest in doing it. It's easier for me just to go to the supermarket and pick it up. But I know the reason why people do it. It gets enjoyment. So, and the question that you asked me, Dave, that I didn't answer, that you forgot and I forgot, was the M3s, M6, M7, the foundation license. Yes, I'm still doing that from time to time, but I should be doing it more because I know there's a lot of UK stations out there that are running 10 watts or less. All right, Dave. Well, pleasure's all mine. Say best wishes to Jackie from us here across the pond on winning the award there for the best allotment. And be well, be safe, and maybe next time we'll hear you on there with 400 watts. Golf 0, Golf Queen Pacific, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo 73. Bye-bye.
Whiskey, Ray. Well, you never know, we'll see. I won't hold my breath, but you never know what will happen. And the Flex, not my cup of tea, but I can understand why you've gone for them because with the remote operation, as you say, several notches, haven't you? With those, they are a good bit of kit. There's no doubt about it. I've never seen one. I know people have got them, but I've never seen them in action. But I can understand why you've gone for them. And like you say, you've got to have reliability. You know, when you're doing what you guys are doing, it's got to be reliable, because you can't let your customers down. You know, everything's got to be right for them. And you know, it's a hell of a job finding the right equipment at the right price that's going to do the job. Because they take more of a hammer in than a, you know, like if I had it, whatever it was, well, it'd be occasional use here, there, and everywhere. But of course, in your situation, the equipment's taking a bashing every day. You've got people using it day and night, and week in and week
Somebody's
out.
tuning up.
It's got to be ultra reliable, and you don't want to keep jumping in the car and driving 500 miles to go and have to put things right every week, do you? Okay, all the best once again. Give my love to Laurie and the rest of the family. I look forward to seeing the photographs from the housewarming party. Wish I could be over there with you, Ray. I remember very well the party.
What a frequency news, please.
And that way. We always remember, well, not the only thing we remember, of course, but we all remember the wedge. And when we went down to the store to pick it up after you'd ordered it, we'd never seen anything like it. And hopefully you're still having those, because they were great. Jackie did do one here at one barbecue party we had, not as big as the one over at your place, Ray, because we can't get bread that size. But she got the biggest bread she could, and she did an English version of the wedge. 7-3, Ray. Have a great weekend. I'll catch up with you soon. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. As always, my pleasure. Golf 0, Golf Quebec Papa. Bye-bye.
Yeah, very good, Dave. Your memories are much better than mine. I would have never remembered that 6-foot wedge, they call it. You can get it here, either Italian style or American style. The American style is like roast beef, ham, and cheese, and the Italian side is all the Italian type stuff, pepperoni. I forget the other stuff they throw on it. But anyway, great to hear you. Take care, Dave. 73. Big pile up. QRZ Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Delta Fox 2, Victor Papa.
Golf 0, Papa.
Okay, Delta Fox 2, Victor Papa. Big signal out of Germany, 5-9 plus. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Thank you for coming in. You're 20 over 9 here, West Germany. Name here is Manfred, Mexico, America, Nancy. Foxtrot Radio Echo Delta, the 100 watt and the 2-element quad. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo from Delta Fox to Wake the Papa. Over.
Okay, very good, Manfred. You're 20 over, 5-9 plus 20. Big signal here on the Flex 6600, running 1 kilowatt. My antenna system 5 over 5 over 5. I'm sitting in New York. I'm just north of New York City at my home QTH. The transmitter is on the coast of Maine, where I'm running the antenna system remotely. Sounding good, Manfred. Name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee. Delta Fox 2, Victor Papa, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, Ray, big signal. I'm giving the flowers back here, and thank you for my nice signal report. I have only one that's what I think I have a pipeline to you, and that's what that time here, Ray. The great signal. The radio's an old radio from Tandak, the Tandak Day, Tandak Delta, old radio, 100 watt power, and the microphone is for November Echo Charlie for Nike, and the number is 110, also old station in this moment from time to time, and I just think that radio, Ray, Roger.
Yeah, Roger on the 10 Tech. Yeah, it's working fantastic. Really, really good. Very strong audio from that radio. Well, thanks for calling in. 73, many station calling. Back to you for the final. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ray, thank you for coming in. Thank you. Many greetings here to the United States. And have a nice day, a nice weekend. And I hope to see you later when I have your call and I'm coming in and say hello. W2 Radio Echo Delta Florida 2 Wake the Papa signing 73. Bye-bye, Ray.
Okay, 73. Thanks for calling in. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, let me turn the volume down real quick here so you can hear me. I just want to check in with a bunch of people checked in here. We got Aaron Huber from Israel. Thanks for being in here. Dave Jackson, we worked. Max, Delta Victor 1, November Papa Hotel. Thanks for checking in from the Philippines. Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to work you, Paul. Dave got winded there. Mike 7, Whiskey Oscar Bravo. Rob, Whiskey Radio 3 Yankee. Darren, Mike 6 Kilo Golf Papa. We got Stuart in here, 2 Echo 0 Fox Echo Bravo. We got Matthew, Mike Whiskey 3, Victor November Victor. I see a lot of people from the UK here. A lot of the Foundation License Ops. Thanks for being in here. We got Mario, Vella, good to see you. Jeff, Kilo Mike 4, Queen Bravo Charlie, good to see you. We got Mini Whip, Oscar November 3, Sugar Echo Lima. We got Henry, Italy Zulu 5, Whiskey Tango Victor. We got Lee Davidson, Golf 6, Mike November Delta. We got Roly Boly. We got Ron in here, Mini Whip, only 25 watts. We got Jerry, Sugar Queen 5, Hotel Golf. Good to see you in here. We got morning from Bill, Kilo 1, Whiskey Lima Papa. And Dave Jackson still talking about that 6-foot wedge he had here in the U.S. back in 1990. Looks like he still wants one of them. All right, let's turn up the volume here. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Juliet 7, Whiskey.
Good morning. Good morning. Delta Japan 7, Whiskey. Booming in here, 59 plus, over.
Yeah, same here. Your signal very strong this morning. Or this afternoon, our side, Ray. Nice to meet you again. Picking 20 over 9. Some QSB, but everything else fine. Weather cooled down a bit. Quite windy today, but no rain. W2RE, DJ7WW.
Yeah, very good, Peter. Yeah, you're 20 to 25 over on the peaks. You're looking really good here this morning. And okay on the weather. Here it's, I'm looking at the window. And the sun is coming up. It's now 7:40 in the morning here in New York. And the same time where I'm transmitting from in the state of Maine. I'm only on my first cup of coffee here, Peter. What's going on across the pond there in Germany? Delta Japan 7, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, I'm a bit delayed with my antenna project, Ray. Can't get that half-inch tubing.
Oh.
There's a source in UK selling on eBay, but only in 1 meter length. So I contacted him,
Morning,
but
Charles.
got no reply so far.
Good, doing good.
I need 2 meters at least. So we are going into the autumn period, and we expect a lot of rain next week. So the delay is no problem. I think we have good sunny days in October as well, so I hope to get the tubing in time, at least to have one more 20-meter Yagi. When you told me about Krasi's move to a different location, is he also moving the towers or just the antennas or building everything new? W2RE, DJ7WW.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter, very good. And, yeah, I don't know exactly where Crossy's going in Maine, but I'm sure he's probably going to be in the same area because where we built these stations in Maine in the northeast corner, it's the best location to Europe just because it's closer. So I suspect he's going to be going in the same vicinity. The towers and antennas are all staying with me. I made an agreement with him for that, for the towers, antennas, and whatever else he brought into the project. It was just a matter of we got along perfectly fine. It's just better that we do our own thing. He has his own ideas. I have my own ideas. And he will do much better if he goes and does this operation on his own. He now knows how to do remote because we teach him how to do remote. So he will be able to figure it out now on his own. And I get to keep the things that he brought into the project. Obviously, I'm compensating him for those things. So he's taking his equipment, like the radios, the amplifiers, like the ACOM amplifiers, and he's taking all his filters and all that. And we already got the replacements on the way. So it all worked out at the end. Now I'm in full control of the station, Peter. I'm going there next week with Bobby. We're going to fix a couple antennas, and we're going to put that 5-element 80-meter wire beam back up because that antenna was a killer last year on 80 meters. So we're heading back up next week, me and Bobby. We need to get the station ready for CQ Worldwide. So that's the plan there, Peter. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, very good. I was thinking of the 5-element Yagi. That's great that you get it back on the air. And also the solution with Krasi to keep everything on that installation and him making something new stuff. Yeah, very good. So probably he will not be QRV during the contest season this year, but next year with a big singer from Maine. Yeah, very good, very good. And I expect a big signal again on 80 meters. I also need to prepare for the season, have no beverage at the moment, and also have to put up a new 160 meter system because with all the Yagis taken down, the tower is not resonant anymore at the 3 point. Either have to move it or probably I pull up a sloping vertical and use the ground plane of the 80 meter element. Have about 80 or 90 radius at that position, and it's only 20 meters away from that tower. So I configured it already in that snack and looks good. And also with the tower behind, it gives a little bit of directivity to the US, which is very useful on the 160 meter contest. Many callers for you, Ray. Don't want to hold you. Wish you a very nice weekend. Good success with Bobby there on the work. And hope meet you soon again. Thanks for the QSO. W2RE DJ7WW.
Yeah, okay, very good, Peter. Very good. Copy 100%. Perfect. You're peaking 20 over all the time. And good luck on getting the tubing and getting your projects all straightened out there. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work keeping these stations up and running, as you know. And just this week, we're still doing tower work for our customers as well. We were down in Long Island Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's one of the jobs that I do not like to do, but nobody else is doing it anymore for these clients. Is replacing the steel cables on these crank-up towers, and they're very difficult to do with the towers upright. But that's the only way I can do it because I don't have any way of folding these towers over for the clients. So especially the one I did in Long Island this past week, there was no room to fold over the tower. Most of these people that have crank-up towers live on a very small piece of property, and that's why they have a crank-up tower. So I did that this week, and then tomorrow I have my daughter's housewarming party. She bought a new house a few months ago, and she's having the first party with everybody coming over. So we're going to go see the daughter tomorrow with Ella and the whole family. And then we're going to head to Maine next week and start getting things ready for CQ Worldwide. It's going to be a very busy season for us just because, with COVID-19, nobody can travel. We have a lot of people interested in operating a lot of contests from our station because they can't travel or they can't be part of any multi-operations. So, and with the Flex Radio, it's beautiful because it's really changed how we do things now. All right, Peter, we'll catch you later. Be safe, be well, and good luck on the project. Delta Japan 7, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that sounds nice. Big party there with all the family. I wish you a very happy party time there. And that will be difficult to exchange the wires in a crank-up which you can't fold over. I also got one of those towers, and I just was thinking about the difficulty to climbing it up when it's all in. It's very difficult to climb because it's getting very narrow.
Yeah, I show some pictures.
but you probably are used to it already, and I would not like to do that, Ray. Okay, anyway, wish you good luck on that, and again, a very good morning here from Germany. W2RE, DJ7WW. Bye-bye.
Yeah, very good, Peter. Yeah, just pulling up a picture in the stream here showing the difficulty of climbing the particular tower. All right, Peter, take care. Delta Japan 7, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Yeah, good morning, Ray.
Okay, 73, thank QRX, one moment. Okay, I'm going to turn the volume down here real quick. So, yeah, here's how climbing on the tower becomes very difficult. It's already it's all the way cranked down, so nothing can happen. And we have it blocked off at the bottom, but if you look, everything's so narrow. And we had to climb the tower like this. If you see, there's a come-along right here. It's always a challenge changing these cables, and I'll show you some other pictures here with this. So this is the before. This is the before with the old cables on there, and I replaced these cables 10 years ago on this tower in Long Island. Back then, we were able to fold the tower over, but 10 years later, it's got all these trees and tree branches all around, so we couldn't fold it over. So here's the old cables, which don't look to be in very bad shape, considering he's in Long Island on saltwater. And here's the new cables after Bobby and I got the final cables put in there, and they're brand new. To the right is my son Bobby, and here I am to the left. I think I have a close-up of the new wire rope. So there you go. That's a US 72 footer. Let me turn the volume up here. Work one more station, then go QRT. Okay, I'm going to work one more station and get out of here. This is Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Is that you, Lee?
Golf 2 Echo 0 Foxtrot Mike India.
Okay, 2 Echo 0 Fox Mike India 59, over.
Thanks for the 5-9, Ray. Good morning. Operator name here is Bill, Bravo India Lima Lima. And the QTH Manchester, northwest of the UK, QSL.
Okay, Bill, in Manchester. Very good. You're 5-9 plus. My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Yankee. I'm in the state of Maine, running a triple stack of monobanders running 1 kilowatt. You got through the pile-up. A lot of stations were calling. 2 Echo 0 Fox Mike India, Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Okay, Roger. Ray, well, you're 10 dB over 9 here. No problems whatsoever, Ray. I appreciate there's many more stations calling you. So I wish you 7 threes and you take care over there, Roger.
Okay, appreciate you calling in. Thanks for the call. Really appreciate it. 7-3, and you have yourself a great day. This is Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.
Okay, Ray. Thanks a lot, 7 threes, and I'm watching you on the PC. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks, 73. Appreciate all the QSOs. I've been on here 1 hour now. I'm going to go get myself some breakfast. It's coming up on 8 a.m. here on the East Coast of the United States. Thanks for watching. This is Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Bye-bye. Okay, so there's a lot of people calling in there. So let me get back to that photo. So, yeah, we had to change the cables on this crank-up tower. And really don't like doing that type of work. So anyway, let me get on out of here. Appreciate everybody being in here. And we'll do another video tomorrow morning if we're around. Everybody have a great Friday. Be safe, be well, be COVID-free. And we'll catch you soon. This is Whiskey 2 Radio Echo.